Welcome to this video. This is a video conferencing by guide to implement video conferencing successfully in your organization. So, for any video conferencing equipment to be implemented in your organization, you have to obviously start off from somewhere. First, what we recommend is to choose some sort of a budget in your mind. The video conferencing, which actually starts from $500 to $600, and it works up to around 25 30,000 dollars. So you have to have this budget in mind for your boardroom from your organizations. Obviously we'll be talking with principals about vendors in this presentation, and obviously how and will tell you how to successfully implement the solution. There are certain prerequisites. We always say that, before implementing any video conferencing solution, any solution, what you have to keep in mind is obviously the aesthetics of the boardroom. You have to look into lights as to how well lit your boardroom are. You know, 30 to 40% of all video conferencing, you know, gets better because of good light. So just make sure the lighting is good. You could give you a reference for that. Most of the newer video conferencing equipments have sound canceling and controlling features, so we'd rather not bother about it. But obviously sound is another big part of how video conferencing is done, so we actually would ask you to keep, the boardroom has to be quiet, obviously, a b, but it has to have some sort of a carpeting or sound absorption things. Wiring has to be neat and clean. The admin part is another part which you have to securely install video conferencing equipment through a mount. So make sure your admin department is up to date as to the safety features of the video conferencing part. Networking part, we'll talk about whitelisting and firewalls, how to prep for that, bandwidth calculations, and other admin parts. So bandwidth calculations is a major part of it. We actually require the more modern video conferencing equipments already had this bandwidth management system built in it, but obviously bandwidth is a huge part of video conferencing equipment. So one part is to keep a minimum of around 1 MB dedicated to the video conferencing device. You can't get this wrong because bandwidth is the fuel to the video conferencing equipment. Other part is, of course, the VC camera considerations. Big part of the layout. You need to understand what kind of layout do you have. Either it's a boardroom or a classroom or a conference room. The settings are theater style because it has a major impact on what the solution would you choose. Because let's suppose if you are talking about a classroom or a town hall meeting room where 60 or 80 or 100 people are there, or 50 people are there, the camera considerations changes significantly to a conference room or even a round table solution. So you have to understand that the sitting arrangement is makes a big impact in any solution um, for video conferencing. So the camera has to be changed, the solution has to be changed. So you have to be absolutely sure as to how your boardroom, classroom, auditorium, or anywhere the layout where the video conferencing could be implemented has to be there. So that this is a major part of it. So we've decided on the prerequisites, the layouts. Now comes to the platform considerations. Either we need to perform video conferencing on Microsoft Teams, or Zooms. Then Zoom Room and Microsoft Team Rooms have this different licensing system. We have to understand that any hardware device which you'll be implementing would actually require a license. License comes around $20 to $30 or $40 a month. So if we are going for a Zoom platform or Teams platform, so we need to understand what kind of conferences conferencing our organization do and understand our needs to come up with a solution. Now to the VC camera considerations. Now we need to understand there are four types of video conferencing equipments right now there in the market. One is the USB based video conferencing equipment, which is, of course, it works through a USB. It doesn't have its own operating system. So what it does through a USB, it connects to your laptop or to any PC, and it works as a webcam. There are powerful video conferencing equipments like the Logitech Group or Meetup or Polycom's series with that. Then there is the IP. Remember the traditional video conferencing equipment where we used to dial IP or SIP. Um, and then there is the hybrid video conferencing equipment, which does USB functions, IP, and actually has their own operating systems so called Zoom and Teams. Poly is the only company which does that. So they have this Poly X30, X50, X52, X70 video conferencing equipments, which actually are hybrid video conferencing units. They have their own limitations, but they have the significant advantage over others because they does everything from calling IP and SIP to have this USB functions, and has their own operating systems certified by Zoom and Teams to connect. Then there's the all-in-one video conferencing equipments like the Huawei Idea Hub or Yealink meeting solutions. I think Yealink meeting solution, the Yealink meeting board is probably one of the best in class for video conferencing equipments. So it has this interactive touch screen plus a built-in camera with it, which is easily cover good 20-25 feet video conferencing. Then they have this round table video conferencing solution, which is a USB. By the name of meeting also, it's a beautiful video conferencing camera which actually has their own utility. So every solution has their own utility. You just can't fit one video conferencing into another room. So it's a specialized video conferencing market we are talking about. Just a quick reminder and a myth that these video conferencing PTZ, the Pantel Zoom, are redundant now. So I wouldn't recommend buying these equipments. Just a quick reminder and a myth that these video conferencing PTZ, the Pantel Zoom, are redundant now. So I wouldn't recommend buying these equipments. Just a quick reminder and a myth that these video conferencing PT. The latest technology are the obviously the bars. It is a beautiful thing. It's innovation, evolution. A lot of technology built in this. So you'd see a camera in between. It has built-in microphones. Some of them has are amazing. They cover up to 20-25 feet with an um, add-on of other mics. With this, they're very intelligent with built-in speakers. So the bars are the new thing and the latest technology which you need to consider. And for you, for the video conferencing market, by vendor tips. So if you can see, Logitech has beaten Polycom and other vendors because of its low cost USB solutions. So Logitech actually came up with the USB solutions which were taken on by the market. It was not very expensive, and with great quality and innovation, Logitech is able to capture most of the market. Yealink is number three, um, followed by other 1 or 2% of the market. So if you're looking for a roundtable video conferencing solution, I don't think you should be just keeping in mind that I have over 20 years experience in providing video conferencing solutions. You won't be even thinking about anything other than meeting owl by owl. It's a beautiful American product just kept on middle of the table. It is obviously an extension of CX 5,500 by Polycom, but it is built in, user friendly, an amazing product. Can buy it for around $1,000 from any vendors anywhere in the world. Um, so this is a product in its class, the best roundtable video conferencing equipment in the market. And for any other video conferencing needs, there is Logitech with its Logitech Group, Logitech Rally Plus for larger boardrooms, or now the integrated uh, the bars, which is the Logitech Mini and the bar. So Logitech has its own schedulers now. They've come up with great products and innovation within the video conferencing market. So that's why Logitech is number one in the world. And then there is the Polycom, or the Poly, which has been sold twice now. Plantronics now part of HP. Hope it stays. So it has come up with some beautiful video conferencing products in the past, and its current range is impressive with Polycom Poly Studio to X30, X50, or X52. Now it's X70 and for larger boardrooms, 7500 or the EX70 series. So it has this hybrid video conferencing solution which actually calls on the IP or SIP simultaneously. It has its own operating system built on Linux, which actually calls Microsoft Teams or Zoom rooms, and it has an edge USB video conferencing solution as well. So it's one of the world's first most powerful video conferencing bars they've come up with. Highly recommended. Then of course there is Yealink, which is actually taken by Storm. It has beaten Cisco in number one product in most of the countries in Europe, Russia, probably in the US now as well. With its IP phone, it's come up with a beautiful video conferencing range, which has went into a lot of evolution and R&D. So they've copied, pasted most of the stuff from different vendors and created some beautiful products. But the most beautiful product is in the next slide. To me, this is the best video conferencing product. I think beating anybody. It's a beautiful Yealink meeting board, which is sold for around 3,000 to $5,000. It comes in 65 and 86 inch, depending on the size you choose. It's beaten Huawei. Idea Hub or Need board, which is some expensive junk, to be honest. Um, it's this is it. This is what video conferencing it should be. It has the features which nobody else has, with the kind of quality it gives, with the features it has. It is probably the number one video conferencing board in the world. Special mention to Jabra, which has come up with its Pana 50. Most of the God knows how many video conferencing and other vendors are coming with their own bars, but I strongly recommend sticking to either Polycom or Logitech in terms of bars, because they have this R&D and after sales services and legacy to start with. So just stick with them. There'll be Sennheiser, to everybody is coming up with the bars. Just don't buy them.